Howdy, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap. On the last episode, we made our way to the next dungeon by going to the Royal Valley, where all the ghosts live, and then we went to Vale Falls, which is like a mountain, but it's wet, and then we went to the sky, and now we're going to go back to the sky to explore the Palace of Winds, the next dungeon. And then we did a bunch of side questing stuff, including unlocking all of the Pico Blooms so Beetle could get more Pico Light, and then I forgot to show off the last Pico Light that we unlocked, the orange one. Why, hello there, thanks for coming by. Oh, that orange Pico Light really makes traveling easy. It helps you find fairies everywhere. Care to buy it? No, I do not care to buy it. I have no need for fairies. There's plenty of spots where you can just go get fairies. Like, you know, there's just holes and caves where you walk in. It's like, here's 3 fairies. So I'm not too concerned about that. But we had to unlock all of the Pico Light because it turns out Pico Light rules, actually. Also, by completing those, the Minish that grows the Pico Light started thinking about Hyper and Cyber Pico Light. So and I think an Ultra Pico Light as well. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to the future of the Cyber Pico Light and what that could potentially do for us. It'd be neat and good. It's not in the video game, but it's a fun thing to think about. Also, I figured while we were in town, since we have empty bottles, they're not loaded up with fairies. I could probably just go grab a fairy while we're here, and whatever, who cares? I figured we would grab those charms, go ahead and become different colors of Link, which would be fun. Just a fun little cute thing that we can do where we can become a different color. And also, perhaps going into the dungeon, being able to raise our offense and defense, could be nice. Because we will actually be going into the dungeon now. We're going to run by all of our friends, the little birdies, and just hop straight into another tornado. Which, I mean, Ezlo didn't like that the first time, but maybe he's a bit more used to it now. What an irritation! We find our way to the very top of the clouds, and now we have to go even higher to find a floating palace? I can't believe what a long way we've come, and look how high we are. Don't look down, Lonk the Second, and watch your step. It's a long fall from here. Yeah, that would suck. Oh yeah, I forgot we have lasers now. It's always fun to have sword lasers. It's a great thing. But anyways, it's Castle of the Sky time, baby. We got switches. You can hit the switch and things happen. This is like primo Legend of Zelda when it's like, hey, it's switch time. And I'm surprised that we've come this far without saying switches. Not entirely sure if we have. Well, yeah, Magic Boomerang can deal with these guys. It's the green ones that are a problem for us. Is this a block pushing? Oh, whoops. I guess we're dead now. Yeah, we could have done a block pushing puzzle, but we have a boomerang. We might as well use it to our advantage, and we have the ability to clone ourselves. I'm not sure why just yet. I suppose we'll walk over here, and there'll be a big block that we need to push. You know how it is. It's how this video game works. And let's actually go ahead and make the one that we become to the farthest to the right, just because that feels like it's correct to do. And why can we switch the thing again? Not entirely sure. Maybe it'll be useful to switch it. And actually, wait, hold up. We can push these. Doesn't really do anything for us, but I pushed them. And now that we've taken damage, we've lost our sword beam. So thanks, TLoZ. Thanks a lot. Oh, what the hell are these guys? Hey. Well, they bomb. They bomb. They blow up whatever they are. I have no clue what those enemies are called, though. I was gonna say I've never seen them before, but I played this game, so clearly I have seen them before. They're just not like a standard Zelda enemy. So their name escapes me. But these guys, we know all about the bombs. What about you, Winder? What happens if you hit a Winder with a? Yeah, the Winders are immune. They're just gonna chill, and luckily the bombs just blow up immediately upon contact with the magic boomerang. So that can be handy for dealing with them, because if we were to hit them, they would run around and try and blow up on us, and we're not interested in that. I might as well look what's over here. I don't know why, but just Link, it put a smile on my face. I know it has before, but there's a fluffy cloud floating here. It looks awfully comfortable. Not really a hint from Ezlo. Ezlo's like, damn, you ever want to sleep on a cloud? You ever think about that? And let's go ahead and check the other way, since it does seem like we will be able to make some kind of progress over there. Okay, it's cool. We came over here because there's nothing we can do. But now we know there's a chest over there. and I just got super nervous about like missing the map again, like in the Cave of Flames. I think that was the name of the level. Oops, I did like just very minorly stepped on a spike. Just you know, my brain just entirely shut down on like what words mean and use, and our boomerang was just gone. We could like leave a bomb back there. In fact, this would be a good thing for our remote bomb to handle that. But you know, we got our thing. I was trying to say like I pinched my toe on the spike, and then I was like, that's not right. I didn't pinch. You don't pinch it. It's just like it poked. But for some reason, my brain wasn't working. Oh yeah, I should probably try to boomerang y'all. Yeah, because boomerang, our best friend. You know, we worked hard for it. We had to go through many trades, and by many I mean four trades with the Tinkle Bros and David Jr. So we might as well use our cool new toy against. Oh shit, the wizards. Wizards are like firing magic at each other. You know, just kind of the scorched earth against us, trying to get us. And I'm not a big fan of these Wizrobe sprites. They just, I don't know. Like, they're not like bad looking or anything. Did they drop a 100 rupee or is it just a green? Okay, it was just a green. Wasn't sure about the size. Oh, you get the item really early in here. But we got the Rock's Cape. Jump with the greatest of ease. Hold the button to jump farther. So, I love jumping in video games. This is a very controversial opinion, I know. People, you know, want to complain and fight about jumping in video games. But jumping in video games is really, really cool and good. And in the other, you know, the Game Boy Zelda games, you get the Rock's Feather, which just allows you to jump. But in Oracle of Seasons, in addition to the Rock's Feather, you also get the Rock's Cape, which I'm so glad to finally get it. Like, you know, this is like our last like dungeon. Like, you look at the items, like we're now full up other than what could potentially go here. So this was the last item we got, and damn, they gave us like something super fun for the last one. Like, you know, we just got the lantern in the other dungeon, and it's like, lantern is kind of a boring thing to get because it's like, oh boy, a lantern. Like, at least give me a fire rod or something. Jeez. But you know, this one, it's Rock's Cape time, baby. So it's time to jump and have a fun time. The movement with the Rock's Cape is a little bit more stilted. I don't mean that like in a bad way, but it is less. You have less control of your jump. Oh, whoops! You have less control of your jump than you would in the Oracles or, you know, Link's Awakening. You know, not the Switch one, because the Switch one movement in that, it's very stilted. But it's not even like it's a bad thing. It's just we don't have the aerial mobility that you might expect yourself to have. But it's fun. It's good. That's not a sword. Unfortunately, our boomerang is an excellent thing, and we love it. But it is not a sword, and will not allow us to do our cool techniques. Oh, is it really gonna make some? I should probably just equip sword. Oh yeah, I can't fight with. I can't use my other stuff while I have the clones. I mean, these spiny beetles are about to get it, and I just noticed that they're like the blue spiny shell from the Mario Kart, which is a little fun thing. There's a strong gale blowing here. Try not to get swept away, and hold on to your hat. I will hold on to you for dear life. Well, it's less of me holding on to you for dear life, and more like I don't want you to get blown away because we're friends, and it would. Oh, that almost like really worked out well for me. Let's see if we can. Yeah, just go ahead and make that jump. And the airstream does come back here. But I really like the design for this area. I recall this level's a bit more linear. Like, it's a pretty linear straight shot of a dungeon, but I love like all the torn carpets and stuff. It's pretty cool. And I could be wrong about that linear thing. Oh, nope. Damn, I thought we could fight the current. Jumping probably wasn't a smart idea. Interesting places that we are being returned to whenever whenever we fall off, like where it's dropping us off. It's interesting. Oh, I probably could have bust out the Pegasus boots to get by there, but it wasn't a big deal. We don't need to worry about it. Air currents, air schmurrents. That panel, I think if we stomped on it hard enough, it might flip over. Yeah, sorry, Aslo. I know how this works. I've played Super Mario World. I know we don't want to talk about Judy, and by Judy I mean Mario, because you know. But you know, there's the panels in that game. You punch them to flip it, and it's just like that. So you see it, and because we're all gamers here, we know, we get it. It's like, yeah, we're gonna jump on a panel. It's gonna flip. It's gonna hurt. I need to get the Donkey Kong DK rap out of my head before it just that happens. Y'all remember. I don't know what shape we're going to need. Well, we might as well as just make some clones while we wait. You know, no harm, no foul. You know, might as well as just see what we can do. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, cool. That worked out. I was like, oh, we have just enough to make it happen. And because I opened my stupid mouth, of course that means you know it's not going to work now. We can delay making our clones. Wait for the thing to come back. It does take a moment for them to spin around. Not the end of the world. It doesn't take that long. We just have to be careful not to smush our clone as well. So, see, that time we had much more of our split gauge left, which I guess is the canon name, as we learned from Split Blade. Hey, y'all want to fight me? Yeah, waiting for the inopportune time, and I was like, oh my god, how do I get over there? Even though we just got the ability to jump, and I was so excited about, like, oh boy, we can jump. I love jumping. It's so much fun. Oh, but one thing I was trying to say about the mobility in the Game Boy Zelda games, if you've seen me play those games, I like to use the jumping in that game as a dodge, since, you know, there isn't like a dodge in this game, or any of these games really. You know, you just kind of have to maneuver yourself out of the way and stuff. But jumping was always like a real nice dodge, because when you jump, you go to like a higher Z like axis, so things just normally won't hit you the same way. Actually, I don't know if we need this. I saw the holes and thought we might need a Kanapaki. Oh yeah, we do need Kanapaki. I was like, uh-oh, what do we do here? But I was able to see it at the last minute. Can we shoot our... Yeah, we can shoot our thing through the spike roller, whatever it's called. It might just be spike trap. I forgot. We looked it up a couple episodes ago. But yeah, you can't really dodge the same way that you would in one of those games in this one. You can go for it. It will probably work. It's just less efficient, since like the mobility in this game is just a little bit different. And this seems to be a return point. But here we go. Here's the good stuff. I love becoming Minish in dungeons. It's a shame that it only gets this feature really only gets used in this dungeon and the Cave of Flame, since you're Minish for the oh no, it also gets used in the Fortress of Winds. Excuse me, I forgot about the Fortress of Winds because of wind. And you know, it's so weird. Did I already I don't remember. I did this bad. Can we save this? No, we can't save this. I don't remember if I complained about this, so I'm just going to complain about it again. It's weird that there is both a Fortress of Winds and Palace of Winds, and I get thematically, like, you know, oh, both places held the wind element and, you know, are related to the wind tribe. I definitely did complain about this, because now I remember the solution I came up with was using like a synonym, and then I couldn't remember the word for synonym. So okay. We gotta be careful with these bottles. I almost called them blocks. They're basically blocks to me, but they're not actually. Oh, that was a bad move, Zach. You fucked up bad. Okay, it's fine. I didn't fuck up bad. It's just a normal level fuck up. See, we were able to do it, no problem. It just took some pushing magic, and thanks to the pushing magic, we're now small and over here. I'm not sure what benefit. Oh, the benefit. Oh, I can't jump while I'm small either. Damn. Falling into the hole, I should have expected that it was going to act like a pit, but I wasn't expecting it though. So I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting it, and now these keys are bullying me. But oh, now that I'm big, it's my time to do the bullying. Because in fact, I could, you know, bust out my boomerang and make sure that I can get you, even if you're gonna be all the way over there. We have those light arrows now, and just not using them because we have a cool boomerang. We'll get some use out of the light arrows, surely. Because, you know, they're going to be super powerful and cool. But our boomerang needs to get some use. And yeah, I did remember this area being pretty linear. Did we ever get a map? I don't think we got a map or a compass. I wonder if I missed something. That's going to be a shame if I did. There was like a keyhole door somewhere. Oh, it's just right here. I was like, where did I see that keyhole door? And it was just off screen. Stupid idiot. But it's fine. It's fine. But this area is fun in that like you keep going between like all of these like layers. You just keep going higher and higher up into the fortress. Oh, there's some moblins here. And can y'all? No, y'all can't smash the skulls. Oh, hey, I guess I'll just boomerang y'all to death. You know what? I'll let you live. I want to swap weapons. So you know, we might as well just stun and run. No reason to commit a murderous crime if we don't have to. And I should probably just wait better. Not be impatient. My sense of timing has always also been pretty bad. So that was just not going great. Okay, more blocks to push. My favorite. I suppose if we just push this one, we can't push that one. Can't push that one either. Uh-oh. There. Oh, I heard like a wee noise that sounded like a lakitu. And I don't know why, but it made me like seize up like, uh-oh, lakitu. There we go. We get to do the big cool jump using the force of the fan pushing us. A fun thing. Yeah, the wind has been an obstacle up to this point, but now it's our friend. Oh, hey, lakitu, there you are. Do I have my boomerang out? Yes, I do. Oop. Hey, stop. Stop it. My magic boomerang can't... Oh, you hide if I get too close, which is a problem. Did I just whiff? Yeah, there. Oh my god, if you stun them, they immediately fall because they're not considered flying anymore. That's funny. Let's just get out of here. I don't need to murder these lakitus. They can just sit here and throw their lightning balls back and forth forever and ever and just have a fun time. We don't have to do a murderous crime. And right here, it's like, uh-oh, we're gonna go to a different layer, but instead, you know, you use it to make a big old jump, which is fun. Oh, hey, heart piece. Hopefully we didn't miss the thing that would have gotten us to that heart piece area already. Yeah, because it looks like it's like if we were to jump, like, yeah, there's like sighting on there. How are we supposed to get? Oh, I was like, how are we supposed to get over there? Because I was like looking at this like it was going to take us to another layer, or floor, whatever you want to call it, since it's big. But no, we just did the big jump where we did one of these. I should have known that's how it would work. And just so let me check my. Oh well, cool. I just wanted to make that big jump, see if that would take us somewhere, but no, I didn't. I should have assumed that. Okay, so there's... I'm going to have to remember that piece of heart. Hopefully we'll find the map and compass soon. I wonder if I just straight up missed it. I don't think I did, because I don't feel like we've really had potential... you know, it's been really linear. I don't think there's been like a way we could have gone that I just didn't. And I've got a classic enemy of Link to the Past, the ball and chain trooper. Just a fun little like mini boss, like more powerful enemy. They're not really, you know, a mini boss or anything in this game. They're kind of like the boss of the Hyrule Castle dungeon in Link to the Past, though. You see them a couple other times, I'm pretty sure. Can we not stun them? I think their ball... Oh shit, we're about to die. I think their ball is stopping us from stunning them. Let's break out the arrows. You know, I was just saying we should use them. Oop. Yeah, see, oh, they drop 100 rupees. That's nice. We have to charge up the bow, but once we do it, if the arrow is glowing, it's a one-hit kill. I guess we didn't charge it up all the way. We don't really need to gun for the one-hit kill, especially since the way their ball is swinging, it keeps... Damn, I thought I charged it all the way that time. The way their ball swings, it keeps like hitting the arrow and stopping. Oh, hey, the boss door. Didn't even realize that because I was so busy getting my ass beat by those ball and chain troopers. I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. Oh, no. Hey, stop that. Don't jump at me. Oh, in fact, this is perfect. We can use this spark to collect fairy. I probably should have put fairy in a bottle. But hey, sometimes you don't put the fairy in the bottle. And okay, so we're going to come from the other direction to open this, I'm guessing. Also guessing that there's going to be a small key in there that you use right on that door, right in front of the door that you just, you get the key and then open the door right there, which is, I'm never a big fan of when Zelda games do that, where it's like, you get the key right in front of the door. It's kind of, oh, do you just respawn every single time? Ooh la la. I can just full heal on you right here then. Thank you very much, Spark. And we can even fill up our bottle, too. This is working out great. And, we probably don't need to consume another fairy since we're so close to being topped off. But why not, Yeah, it's always... I like Zelda dungeons a bit more whenever, the shit. the key... the door and the key are, like, farther apart. Like, Twilight Princess does a whole lot of that, where you get the key in the same room that you use it. Oh, look, the little fairy wings beat on the sprite for the bottle, on the HUD, which is cute. I never noticed that, or maybe I have. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just more fun whenever the Zelda temples go full like spatial reasoning and like, oh, where did I see that, and having to go back for things and stuff. Shit, I didn't want to break that one. I'm trying to. I guess I can just pick it up with my. I was going to say human hands, but A, it's not my human hands, and also the second, not a human, Hylian. Totally different. Very different creatures, you see. Hylians have, like, magic and shit, and, like, the ears. They got those, like, elfy ear things, and I only have magic. I don't have elfy ears, Okay, that's going to turn on the fan. From here, we can do another one of our big, brave jumps, which I did not do big enough or brave enough. Do we gotta Pegasus boots this, or am I just... I'm not sure if my timing's off, or if we need to combine it with a Pegasus boot jump. Oh, no, I can't jump out of Pegasus boot, and I hear that wee again, so I'm guessing there's a lack of two close. Uh-oh. Something's not working here. Will Eslov have a hint for us? Wow, Palace of Winds atop a field of clouds. How elegant. But that's not our first concern. The monsters here are pretty tough. Watch your footing and make sure you don't fall. Thank you, Eslo. Something is going wrong here. I'm not doing something right. Let's go ahead and just reset the room a little bit. Okay, we can't turn off the fan now. Now that the fan's on, it's just going to stay on. Yeah, I think I'm not understanding something. Do I need to... Just gonna keep running off like that over and over again. Yeah, because there's not really anything I could do any different. There's not a different direction we could have gone. Nope, I didn't want to talk to you, sorry. Don't think there was a different direction we could have gone in the dungeon just yet. Like, we're almost making it. Okay. That, for some reason, that time it worked. What?
Hey.
The way they spawned in was weird. Because they just, like, popped in. Oh, Ice Wizards. We heard about fighting them with our fire. So we should probably do that. Probably should have swapped out the other way around, put the sword on. So we can still fight the moblins. Well, I guess I could have fought with Boomerang if we wanted to. Do gotta be careful that we don't... Well, I was gonna say we gotta be careful we don't get our ass kicked, but now that I have that fairy, we do have those charms if we wanted to bust them out. I was gonna save them for the boss. There we go. Yeah, we just run into them and they immediately burn. I'm still not exactly sure what I did different that time. For a second I thought the lantern was gonna stay lit in the menu, which would be weird. Not sure what I did different with that big jump. Oh my god, that spinning animation is great. It's super good. Also, just skeletons are just going to be falling down on people in Hyrule Town. Well, I guess Assuming, like, you know, oh, I was going to check the map, but we can't actually see the map of, like, the world. Yeah, not sure what I did different to make that jump better, but I did, I guess. But based on where, you know how this area, Cloud Tops, is like in the top right of the map, so like I guess they would be falling around whatever's underneath it. You know, I don't know. It's not above Hyrule Town, was the point I was trying to make. Are you the map? Oh, you're the big key. So, okay. I guess I just straight up missed. I must have missed an area. There must have been something I could have backtracked to collect things. But I don't think we're going to, like, I know this is the boss door, but I don't think if we walk in here, it's going to be like, now it's boss time, because we haven't seen any warps either. And this looks like a tile for a warp. So let's see. Let's just open this door and see if it's like boss time. Yeah, it looks like it's boss time. Oog, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I'm no good with heights. Wait, hold on. I think I see something down there. I guess that means we have to take the plunge after all, I guess so. I'm confused about what went wrong with this dungeon. Why does this keep happening? Do we have a quick way to warp to the beginning of the dungeon? Like if I play the Wind Ocarina, will it be like, take me back? Because I'm pretty sure if we jump down there, it's going to start the boss fight. But something went wrong, and this is like this level's a pain in the ass to backtrack through. So whoops, didn't mean to do that. Don't want to have to just run all the way back to the beginning. I guess if I saved, I think if I saved and turned it back on, I could just go back through the dungeon again. That might be the fastest way. It's weird it didn't give us any warps though. I'll just save and run through the dungeon again. Well, I ran back through the dungeon, didn't see anything, so I'm guessing that this isn't actually the boss. Maybe this will like lead into like a second part of the dungeon, and just the use of the big key kind of spooked me, even though sometimes you use a big key to open a door that's not the boss door. Oh, hey, Darknet! Okay, cool. So we have a mini boss to fight. I suppose we should probably break out our... Actually, I need to know. Darknet, can I... No, it doesn't seem like Boomerang is going to do the work that I would like it to do against... oh, that was like a lightning sword attack. I want to say that again, because it looked like obviously the Darknet charged up the sword, but then it looked like I'm guessing it's like a tornado electric-y effect or something, but it kind of looked like it was like a drill, which was interesting. Yeah, it's like a little like tornado. That's cool. This Darknet should be our friend instead of being our enemy. That'd be nice. We could be cool allies and stuff. Also, a thing I like about this game is, you know, the other Darknets we've seen, I believe, have been the like gray, like silver ones. We got a red one. It's more powerful. We got a cool new move. So it's just a fun thing to, you know, video game with palette swap, more powerful enemies. It's a fun, neat concept that no other game has done before. Also, once you start getting to these more powerful Darknuts, they are actually pretty good at defending themselves. So like, you know, if I want to get hit off on this Darknut, I really gotta play by the Darknut's rules and wait for the Darknut to attack, and then I can get a counterattack in, as opposed to me, like, you know, you see me trying to run around to get behind it so I could try and get a shot in, but it kind of lazy Susans around us to stop us from getting to its exposed size, and it's good enough at using its shield that you know, it was going to protect itself. And I can't believe I ran through the entire damn dungeon again, because I was like, damn, that dungeon went by pretty quickly. And now we have a warp back, so when I inevitably screw this up and still miss the map and the compass, we can go back. How much farther do we have to go? This place goes on forever. There's no point in complaining about it. We must press onward. After all, how much could there be? Come on, Lock the Second. Let's go. I was like, this dungeon is going pretty quickly at first, and now we know why, because it had just begun, really. Yeah, like running through, there was the room with the keys, where when I was like, I was small, and then the keys were harassing me, and I was like, oh, we never saw the other side of that room. I was trying to figure out how to get there, and also we never got the piece of heart. So, you know, there's still plenty more for us to do in this dungeon. Let's go ahead and just set you on fire, so we don't have to worry about your gibdoing at us. we can handle the Stalfos a little bit easier. And what's up here? Oh, is this the map? That's the compass. All right, I would have preferred the map, but I guess, you know, actually, I was gonna say I would prefer the map, but the compass is probably more useful, in that, like, you know, now if we go to the map, even if we can't see everything, you know, we can see the chests, so, you know, it's useful. Who would have guessed that the map compass useful items that are our friends, and we'll put in the work into making sure we get all the things that we want to get. And there's a chest up there. Don't believe we have a way of getting over there unless we can jump between these, but I don't think we can jump off of one of these and fly. Yeah, because it's like a little barrier thing stopping us from going. Is it just the one? I think it's just the one set of stairs that we can go down. God, I can't believe I ran through the entire dungeon again just because I was getting paranoid. Maybe actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe the first part of this dungeon is linear, and then like it looks like it probably opens up a bit more with the second half. So you know, you have like a little platforming gauntlet, to like open up the dungeon, introduce you to the Rockscape and stuff, and they can show off like some fun like platforming stuff with like the fans and blah 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 blah. But now it's time for like dungeon time, baby, and I'm guessing this will drop us down where that chest is. You know, it's pretty obvious that was the way it was going to work, but you know, you gotta be surprised and play by the rules of the way the game works. Also, I love being able to fall between like layers like that in these games, and I don't actually remember what was in the room beyond the red Stalfos. I don't think that's gold. Yeah, there was a door, but I don't think the door opened when we defeated the Stalfos. I was not paying attention, so I'm not going to go that way. We'll come back that way if we get stuck, but I'm guessing it'll probably loop back. Well, I don't know, because if it loops back, then that'd be nice, I guess. Oh, whatever, we'll go this way first, just to see something new. We got the key for this door, I guess, unless it's one of those door mimics that we've I was gonna say I heard so much about, but we haven't heard anything. Well, I was gonna say we haven't heard anything about them, but we did get the figurine that would have told us everything about them, but I didn't read it, despite the fact I saw the name. I was like, oh, door mimic, cool, and then just didn't think about it. Let's go ahead and just get rid of your hats, the peas hat, just so I don't go out there and put a bunch of holes in there. We'll go ahead and just shoot you with arrows. I guess I could also jump over, because they don't crack immediately. They only crack if you stand. Damn it! They only crack if you stand there for too long. Just everything was not working out the way I wanted it to. Because now we got to run through here with our clones. I think we need to do like one of these where we'll give us a space in between each of them, and we can just run through. I don't think we can. Whatever. I don't think we can jump while we have them out, because they don't let you like use items and stuff. Damn, that almost worked out real well, but I wasn't thinking about like the fact that I had just charged up my sword. Gotta pay a little bit more attention than I am if you want to wake up in the morning doing the correct thing in the video game. So let's just run on through. Let's not smush our boys this time. No boys will get smushed. Let's go ahead and just do spin attack. There we go. Because obviously spin attack was the thing, but I'm panicking, not thinking. But you gotta think. If you're not thinking, you're not living. And you gotta live. That did not work out the way I intended it to. Oh boy, key. That's nice. Yeah, so here we go. The second half of the dungeon, shaping up to be a little bit more of an interesting affair. I like the thing just cracking beneath us as we passed on through. And we can just jump straight into the tornadoes and become Flying Link. That's the name of this mode, Flying Link the Second. Wow. Like, really, did we even need... I was hoping that we could just kind of keep chilling next to the big, red, scary, spiky bomb boy. But alas, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, do we even really need the Rockscape? You know, we can just do this all the time. I mean, we don't have access to tornadoes on demand, so what we really needed wasn't the Rockscape. Sorry, Rockscape, I love you, but you weren't the thing we needed. What the thing we needed was a tornado rod And then the tornado rod would allow us to make a tornado, which is cool. And also we could just jump, and it's no problem. And that other Gibdo was like so ineffectual since it did get moved just slightly far back enough that we were able to kill it. And I think this room, assuming that there's not a room between them, yeah, this one will just connect back to the red Stalfos room that we were in previously. And here we go. This was the room with the bully keys that I mentioned. I walked through and I was like, hey, we never got to this area. Which makes sense. There was a dungeon to be had. It is interesting that it opens up with just like a platforming gauntlet, and then it's like, okay, well, here's the Zelda level now. It's time to play the game the way it was meant to be played. Yeah, there we go. I was like, what's up with this room? Because it's like nothing's happening. But we had some fire. Oh, fire whiz ropes, and we've never actually seen this happen. We've been lit on fire before, but for whatever reason, the circumstances, we didn't actually do it. But when your butt gets lit on fire, you start running around all fast and stuff. And yes, thank you for the map. Thank you so much. And okay, so now we can finally see what this level looks like. It's shaped very strangely. And I don't think the heart piece is mapped as or it's not marked as a chest on the map, I don't believe. Oh, hey, some wall masters, or the floor master. Yeah, floor master is the one that on the floor. And wall master, you know, we've been over this. But you know, you always want to think about you always think about the wall masters first, because you know they do the scary grab. So you're like, oh, wall master, but then you see the floor master, and it's like, oh, you're like a baby. You're like a little cute baby to me, actually. Hey, you weren't the same one. I thought because the one that jumped out on the other side was closer to the door. I thought they were both going to be the closer to the door skulls that were going to pop up and, you know, try and get us. But no, that one subverted my expectation. Oh, no, I don't want to fall down there. I don't think. We're probably going to have to start falling in between these layers to, you know, check shit out. But I figured before we start just throwing ourselves down layers and shit, we should just play a video game. I guess I could have grabbed that 5 rupee. That probably would have been nice, and I still can. No, nothing to worry about. I was still able to acquire my... Oh, hey, heart piece. No problem. Don't even have to worry about it anymore. So hooray. It's always nice. It was a bit of an easy one. I guess, like, the idea is, like, having to think about, like, pushing the stuff out of the way so you can continue onwards. And I don't think there's actually anything... That worked out way more well than I thought it would. I thought that was going to backfire on us. Yeah, because there's nothing over here we can immediately do, unless whenever we kill this guy, the explosion counts as a bomb going off. So I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, cool. That did count. I wasn't sure if it would work that way or not, which was nice, because when I saw the cracked blocks on the other side, I was like, oh, okay, we'll come from the other direction, which will create like a shortcut for us at some point. I didn't realize it was going to be, here's a little minor puzzle with a thing that this enemy that you've never seen before, a way you can interact and use it, which is fun, you know. And obviously, like, you know, we've been fighting those bomb boys for a while. And, oh, this will warp us back to the beginning. I was expecting a chest because I saw a chest on the map, even though I should have damn well known that the chest is over there in the left corner of that room. Don't know why. Oh, bombs. It's time for us to use our cool remote bombs that we can blow up at any time. We could fight these Gibdos, but it's not really worth it. I mean, they could have stuff, but, you know, I don't need their stuff. Hey, is there nothing out here but enemies? I guess we can kill them all, see if we get a thing for it, but I don't think we'll get a thing. I wonder if... Oh, no, that answers my question. I was like, I wonder if we break these cracked tiles, like, we'll see something that we could fall to. What's the point of this area? Just like a cute little area you can come out to if you want. Guess it's just a cute little area you can come out to if you want. You know, if you need to go outside, take a little breather, fight some enemies. Oh, that's the point. Okay, I get it now. Video game. I understand. Come over here, and the Stalfos is even protecting it. The noise in this game for a breakable wall is very yeah. Not that it's like a bad sound, but you know, it made me shiver. I was like, ooh, oh, that's scary. It looks scary, but it's not truly scary. In fact, I mean, I'm like, oh, it's not scary, and then I do, yeah. And then I did like hesitate. Okay, so that's interesting. I was like, how do we hit the switch? But we don't want the switch to be hit. Okay, so this is just a matter of walking through without blowing ourselves up. Easier said than done. In fact, we could probably blow ourselves up on one of these two bad boys right here, since it probably won't set off a chain reaction. But you know, it wasn't that bad of an arrangement or anything. It did take a second for me to figure that out, because I was like, how am I supposed to hit that with my sword? I was like, I guess I could switch over to a different item. And there's the boss door. I guess we just came back here to get the key that we got out of here. I think that was the key. I was not paying attention at all. Oops. Yeah, I'll just take the hit. not gonna worry about it. Okay, I guess we'll just go back the way we came from. So that's nice. We can use these layers to actually like. Oh shit! I just figured out how to get that thing. I wasn't even thinking about like that being a switch. And this is going to lead us to the boss, so we might want to... No, we'll continue onwards, because we have that warp, so we can always just warp back from the beginning if that's a problem. Oh, we got frozen. I don't think we got frozen at any point in the Temple of Droplets. I forget, because the big Octorok was like using like some ice powers, or whatever, which I guess was... It obtained those powers via the element of water, because you know water and ice, they're friends, and if you can do one, you can do both. And then we learned that from Avatar: Last Airbender, that water, ice, you know, they're friends. And never before had anyone ever made the connection that water and ice were friends, because like you can look at a credible scientific source, Pokemon. Water and ice are different types in that. Sometimes they're similar, where you know you get water ice types and etc. But they are different types. Oh, there's just a different path I could go through this maze, just the world's most basic maze, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And I guess I saw the spikes and I ran away. It is interesting that they waited this long to introduce more of the whiz robes. Like you would think that we probably would have seen these ice whiz robes and the Temple of Droplets. I almost said Temple of Water, which is not the name. And fire ones and the Cave of Flames. I guess we didn't see the green whiz robes until Castor Wild, I believe, was the first time we saw them. I could be wrong about that. And I'm guessing that these elemental ones are supposed to be more powerful, just because that's the feeling I get in my bones about their strength levels. That, you know, the green basic one, even if they don't hit any harder. You know, the ice one being able to freeze you and the fire one making you, like, panic but fire. It seems like they'd be more powerful foes in that regard. Is this oh, are we going to do a big jump, or is this going to take us to another layer? I guess this is going to take us to another layer, so let's go ahead and just fly over here and see what's up. Just in case, you know, we miss out on anything. And I guess I can check the map now, see what the shape of this... Oh, well, okay, that doesn't really help them. It's like we can check the shape of the room, see what's going on. Oh, is that... Yeah, that thingy-majig would have taken us straight to the boss. So it was a good thing we didn't go there, because we don't want to fight the boss. We got some chests we have to open, like this one. Which, I mean, we don't really need tons and tons of kinstones anymore, since we know there are only 20 fusions left in world for us to acquire. Let's see. There's that one chest. Is that the only chest? No, there's... Okay, there's two chests left for us to find. One of them we know the answer to, because it is just the warp. I suppose I could save and reset. That'd probably be the fastest way to get back there. The other one, however... I don't really remember where that other spot is. Okay, I'm just going to save and reset again. Okay, here we go. We just got to sneak on by, and by sneak on by, I mean fly on by these Gibdos. Otherwise, they would have caused us a bit of trouble. They would have grabbed us and done their Gibdo stuff at us, which we don't want them to do their Gibdo stuff. We're not here to be Gibdoed. We're here to be giftoed. Whatever's in here, probably a kinstone. Oh, money. Oh, and that's going to fill us up, aren't we? Yeah, we've hit the cap, which means everything else is going to go to waste, which is a shame, but, you know, it's whatever. Money, who cares about money? We have as much money as we damn well please. And you know what? I'm pretty sure, yeah, that I was like, I remember when we came to this room, I saw this drop-off point, and I was like, oh, we need to do that, but I didn't want to drop down. So clearly this is going to take us to whatever chest I missed. Wizrobes? Where are you, Wizrobes? There you are, Wizrobes. It took you a moment, and there's a fire one. So we might as well just burn that one to death since it, you know, we can one-shot it. Let's go ahead and swap back to sword. Because, you know, oh, there were just 2 of them, really. That was it. And I think that's everything in the level. Just have one last check. Oh, I never noticed the arrow for the entrance. Maybe they have the entrance like that since this one's a weird entrance where you like come in. I don't know. Yeah, an entrance where you come in, different from most other entrances you see. But you know, since you like pop in, maybe that have a thing, or maybe I just haven't been paying attention. It's that I haven't been paying attention. That's the answer. Also, I should just save and reset, and that will be the fastest way to do this. Wait, no. I was like, I can save and reset to get back to the thing, but the thing's just up here, isn't it? What room are we in? I forget where we are. Actually, yeah, we're not in the room I thought we were. I'm just gonna save and reset. Oh, hey, you can just jump over these fools. I lost a lot of health running through that bomb room where you don't want to blow up the bombs because I was trying to jump over them to be cool, and then I didn't even need to go that way because I forgot how the dungeon was shaped because I'm dummy. But luckily, the boss luckily has some skulls with delicious hearts in the pre-boss room for us to just recover a bit of HP before we begin our fight. And I suppose we'll start off with Den's Charm and then swap over to... Actually, we'll start with Furores and then we'll go over to Den since we need to learn like the boss's pattern. So before we go all out offense, we might as well defend a little. So this is the boss. Or boss is, I should say. This is Georg. Georgs. You know, the big red one is the female. The blue ones are the male. And the name Georg is interesting because it's a name that gets used a lot in Zelda games for like fishy enemies. Like in Majora's Mask, there's Georg, the big mask fish enemy. That boss. And I looked into it. They use the name Georg. They use the name Georg in a couple places, and I believe the reason for it is it's basically just fish. Like the Gyo is fish. I remember that, and the org meant something, but I don't remember. I should have looked that up before we began the thing. But you know, it's a pretty nice little boss. You come onto the smaller ones, you just smack their eyes as they open. You do a little bit of what's that game called? Jump rope. Do a little bit of jump rope with their tail, and then whenever the big one comes, you come and just smack the eyes with your clones. You got to make the right pattern. It's fun. Can I tennis? No, I can't tennis you. No tennis will be had, unfortunately. But it's fine because we're here to just go ahead and we can't even stop it with our sword. It's not even like, oh, you can't reflect it. You can't even stop the shots with your sword. Which wasn't what I was expecting. But yeah, this is a really fun, cool boss fight where you're on these big manta ray? Is that what you call these guys? Yeah, like a stingray. Yeah, manta ray. Like big air rays. It's fun. It's cool. I should probably... no, I'll wait to put on my red one whenever we get to the big one, the main boss, since these little ones are just here to waste our time. But when we come over here, I'll go ahead and drink up, become red, and then let's put this back on so we can do the thing. I was going to make a point. Oh, the point I was going to say is those green ones, the green ones that show up are also the same creature, this Georg creature. They're supposed to be like baby Georgs or something to that effect. And we're almost dead, which is not good. Not a good thing to die. We do have fairy in our bottle. I believe we only have the one fairy. I could pop it now, and we could heal. I'm not sure about if that's worth more healing points or whatever. If we would get like a better heal from using it now, or if you die and it gets used automatically, it's the same amount of health as well. I'm not really sure about that. I always get nervous because it feels like if you use it before you die, it would be better for you. But I don't think it works that way. And I think the boss just died, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and it just dropped me. Oh, nope, the boss is still spitting shit out. I thought it was like dead because it started to explode. But I guess we just killed the smaller one. And now we have to deal with the babies and the female, who is now dead. I can hear a boss death noise. yeah, it's a fun, cool little boss fight. Getting to use the split blade stuff during a fight. It's very fun. It's cool. You get to jump around, have a fun time. But with that, we've defeated the Georg. Once again, we defeated them in a different Legend of Zelda game, was the joke I was going to make. Oh, Georg, the other enemy that uses it are the sharks, I believe, and Wind Waker are also Georgs. But yeah, we finally got the wind element. The wind carries the seeds of flowers scattering life across the land. The wind element is the embodiment of that power. Also, it's green, which is cool. I like green. Green's my favorite color, so Ganbate green. It's good. And we're almost hit the max amount of hearts, so only 3 more full containers to go. At last, we've got all 4 elements. Let's go revive the Sacred Blade. Yeah, that's the reason why we were after these things, wasn't it? Huh? Yeah, we wanted to get these all so we could revive the Sacred Blade, so we could uncurse Zelda. Hey, I got the thing you wanted. Yeah, there's a device that allows one to fly in the sky. You want to explore the palace and find it? You talking about this? Hey, Haley, it's mine now. I'm not going to give it back. I'm going to continue to use it. Hey, oh, you want a few skin stones? Oh, you're just telling us about the thing. I figured you might want to hear a little bit about, you know, what went down in your Palace of Winds, Searock. But, you know, whatever. Here you go. 19 more Kinstone Fusions to go. I guess now that we've beat the dungeon, it unlocked that... Oh, you would put it there. That place is a pain in the ass to get back to. I mean, I don't really have to go pick up the things that we get for the Kinstone fusions. Like, if it's not, like, required, you know, like, oh, what's in there? It's probably rupees or a mysterious seashells or some shit. Not that big of a deal. But, you know, there is that. Okay, and these people don't really seem to care that we've completed their dungeon. They're just like, oh, yeah, the dungeon's there. Go check it out. But we've already checked it out. We've done that song and dance. I'm just going to warp back to town to see, like, if anything happens. Like, oh, here's a little cutscene before we go. I'm also going to go spend some roops. Probably buy some mysterious seashell, since that's going to be where we dump all of our money into from now on, really. I don't think we'll need to buy more kinstones. I think we'll probably be pretty good on kinstones for the rest of the game. And even if we do, you know, we just get some Picolite and call it a day. All right, but that was the episode. That dungeon ended up giving me a little bit more trouble than I was anticipating, since I got turned around like at the very beginning, because I was like, oh, well, I guess we're done with the dungeon. No problem whatsoever. How many things do we have? We get 30 per one of these, right? Oh, geez, this is going to be super expensive to just purchase all of the figures the way I want to. It's going to cost a lot of seashells. But yes, that's the episode. I guess before the episode finishes for me, I'm going to go purchase some figurines just to get it out of the way. And then we'll read our newsletter. So I hope you enjoyed the Palace of Winds. This is the Swordsman Newsletter number 6. Swordsman Newsletter number 6. Here's what you do. Have you seen a monster wrapped in bandages? It tries to grab you? Well, here's a pro tip. Bandages burn easily, especially on a mummy. I don't have to spell this out, do I? Yeah, you know what I'm about to say. That's right, it's time to light up their world. Whoosh! Teach us, teacher, those heavy-handed floor masters and their irritating friends, the wall masters. They're really annoying, but if you beat one, they say you'll be rich. But it's just a rumor. Don't complain to me if it turns out to be wrong. Swiftblade's gossip column. Rupee-stealing nasties. Those rupee camouflaged creeps have been ripping a lot of you off lately. I've heard that you greedy adventurers are getting soaked. In fact, I hear the greedier you are, the more it takes, or so it seems. But it's just a rumor. Swiftblade's signing off. We've got reader mail again. Hey, Swiftblade, do you have a hobby? Training. See you in issue 7. Until next time, warriors.